Hey, what's up HCMC Army and Moneymakers? Welcome back to the channel. We are going to talk about HCMC, what the week has been, what HCMC has been doing, what we should be thinking. I'm going to cover two things in this video. The four plan items that they came up with for the shareholders that to add the value. So basically HCMC announced the 4-point plan to increase the shareholder value. So I'll be precisely talking about the spin-off I want to talk about, and I also want to talk about the stock dividends, because it does seem like there is some confusion why HCMC is creating a new company. Whether it's another thing that HCMC wants to attract the investors with, or that's any another strategic move that HCMC is doing. So I'll be covering in more detail, because I do believe that based on my research and analysis, I do have a clear understanding as to what HCMC is trying to do. So let's watch into this. Before I go ahead, I just also wanted to ask you that there are plenty of opportunities into the market. Number one, take a look here, Finger Motion Inc. So this company went up almost 9x just in last 4 weeks. So take a look right here. We went all the way to 10x. Remember, this does seem like we did what in ILUS. We went all the way to 10x in ILUS from 5 cents to 52 cents. So we want to be very careful in the market, because there are opportunities. I'm not saying you want to deviate from HCMC, but I'm trying to share that there are opportunities. Number two, I want to share this another penny stock with you, which is GTII. Take a look. GTII is also an OTC stock. It went up 650%, which is 6x. More precisely, if you take a look right here, it went 7x, which means $100 turns into $700. Now, there are opportunities once again. Another opportunity that I bought already is CYBL. It is at 1 cent right now, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, CYBL can go to 5 to 6 cents. Because I have been closely looking into it. I've covered on my channel as well. If you want watched out, go to my channel, check that out, and I'll be sharing more and more and more information with all of you. The last one I want to talk about is, and before I go ahead, I just wanted to ask you, hit the like button. We need 250 likes on this video so we can share this research, this analysis with more and more people. If you click the like button, if I get more than 100 likes, that motivates me to build more and more penny stock videos, especially HCMC videos. So HCMC Army, that's your job, that's your duty, to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It does not really cost you anything. I put in a lot of energy, effort, and time in building this video, and your like and subscribes are very motivating. So do your part. It's just a click, gives me a lot of boost to build more and more videos. Now, back in the days, once again, I wanted to go back in the days. We made a lot of money in Zomedica Corp, ticker symbol ZOM. If you watch my video, precisely, we made thousands of dollars. And I remember in one of my account, I checked that I believe I made more than $3,000 just in that account. So Zomedica Corp, it is down right now. Take a look. 5 days, we are down 3-4%. 1 month, we are down 17%. I just want to go to year to date. We are down 42-43%. 1 year, we are down 60%. And if you take a look at 5 year, I just wanted to precisely show you, it's down 90%, ladies and gentlemen. I sold it about $2.25 or about that as well. So we sold it at a 10x price. Right now we are not even 10% of the total price. So in stock market, you make money when you click the sell button, and that's all I have been talking about all time long. So if you're not selling at the right time, and if you're holding a stock, even in HCMC, we made good money. Now, next stock I want to talk about is, so I already talked about this penny stock. One more, NEO. I bought NEO, and I'm looking to buy more and more and more NEO, because I shared in my previous video. Go check my previous video. You don't want to miss out, because this can double, triple, quadruple. Now, this is, once again, this is large cap stock. This is growth company. This is EV company. So it has everything that you want to cover. Now, once again, I am not a financial advisor, nor I am a certified professional. I'm like you, just the average investor, but I do a ton of research, I do a ton of analysis, and this is my way to giving back to the community. So do your part, hit the like, hit the subscribe, 250 likes. Let's get into HCMC. HCMC is hovering between 1 and 2 level for a longest period of time. And I understand it is frustrating to many of you. So if you take a look right here, it's the same story. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Write down in the comment section below if you were able to buy it at 1 level and if you sold it at 2 level, because you know what? It's 100% return on investment. And if you are able to do that, that's a great thing. However, I could not succeed. One of the challenge here is it's an OTC traded. So you and I do not have 100% visibility into how the trading happens. Now, if it was on NYSE or NASDAQ, I understand that you will have a ton of visibility. But if you take a look at in terms of volume, 201 million, 203 million. Now we went below even 100 million in volume. This stock used to do close to 40 billion transactions in just one trading session. Remember those short squeeze and whatnot? Now, HCMC became so powerful in terms of the social stock when we started seeing the short squeeze, when we started seeing the Phillip Morris lawsuit, and take a look what they are doing at the moment. What they're doing is they are trying to create more shareholder value. Now, you might have questions like why the spin-off and why the stock dividend. Now, you can understand why the buyback, and I talked about this in previous videos as well, because buyback up to a $5 million is massive, and it's not 5 million stocks, it's $5 million worth of HCMC common stock. Now that's big because HCMC's market cap is not that big. Let's take a look right here. The market cap is $34 million. With $34 million, if you think about the market cap of 34 million, and if you're buying back $5 million worth of your own stock, that's a big number. Now you want to take a look into spin-off. Now, why there is spin-off? There are a couple of reasons. Because HCMC is strong because of the community and their name. So take a look. There are more than 84,000 watchers on stock tweets. It's one of the most talked stock when it comes to penny stock, when it comes to OTC stock, and people are staying together, they're sticking together, and the mission is to make sure that we go ahead. First of all, with Phillip Morris lawsuit, which is not really a great move that we have seen last year, but hey, there is still hope. And I'm not hoping just on the lawsuit because company is doing amazingly well in terms of the revenue numbers. The lesson is learned because it's not easy to win the infringement lawsuit, especially when it comes to patent, and especially you're fighting with a multi-billion-dollar company. The company, Phillip Morris, had put in close to $4 billion into their IQOS product. Do you think that they're going to let it go that way, that easy? Probably not. They might have the best of the best lawyers, best of the best focus, and a ton of money to fuel the growth. And this is what it's hurting HCMC. So you once again want to take it with a grain of salt. But once again, right here, spin-off. The spin-off will result into the new public company being formed. Now, what HCMC is trying to do? What they're trying to do is they want to get uplisted in one of the major stock exchange, including NYSE or NASDAQ. What they're focusing right now seems like NYSE. So this spin-off in the new company, let's call it NewCo, right? As HCMC is mentioning, new public company is being formed with the intention of listing on NYSE. Now, when you want to get listed up on NYSE, you want to have clear book of business. You want to have clear intentions as well, and you want to have clear paperwork, which is why they are doing it. This is going to be amazing. I'll make sure that I share more and more videos because once they got launched on NYSE in the fourth quarter of 2022, and remember, we are already in Q4 of 2022. This is a historical time in the history of HCMC because they're going to get uplisted on NYSE, and it will be volatile to begin with. You know, people will make a ton of money, people will lose a ton of money, but you want to play it right at the right time. Now, no one can time the market. Why? Because we do not really have this crystal ball. But if you make educated guess, it's kind of a slot machine when it comes to penny stocks, and which is why I'm saying that yes, FNGR, who knew that they're going to get up starting September, right? Now, 1 year, 5 year. So we already started. So people started losing money for last 1 year. In this particular stock, from $8, we went to all the way to 90 cents, and from 90 cents, rather 70 cents. So this is exactly what we have seen for Zomedica Corp, right? Zomedica Corp lost the value all the way up to 90%. Take a look, 91.83%. Very similarly, people started losing money in FNGR that I just showed you from right here, from $8 to 80 cents. But from 70 to 80 cents, or 62 cents rather, from that price point, we went all the way to $8 and $9 and some ridiculous numbers. Now, you have to do due diligence. You don't want to spend a ton of money in savings and buying this stock out of your savings, because this can get you 10x return. On the flip side, you can lose 90% of your potential. Now, HCMC, why I believe in, and I don't have a ton of stocks, just to be very transparent and clear. Yes, for NEO, I'll be buying a ton of stocks because it's a large cap company, it's a growing company, it's an EV company, a lot of eyeballs. They're directly, not exactly, but the competitor of Tesla, and people talk about Tesla and NEO hand in hand together. So NEO is a different story, whereas FNGR or GTII right here, or CYBL for a matter of fact, and even for Zomedica Corp, yes, I made money, but I did not invest thousands and thousands of dollars. My few $100s turned into thousands of dollars at that time, because I bought it around maybe like 30, 40, 50 cents, and it went all the way to $2, made 10x return. It was amazing. I really like it, but I made money because I sold it. If I did not sell it, I'm still back to what my investment was, 21 cents. So which is why you want to subscribe to this channel. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, click the like button so we can share this video with more and more people. Now, with this NYSE launch, this new company will receive HCMC's entity owning HCMC retail stores, namely ADA Natural Market, Paradise Health and Nutrition Market, Mother Earth Storehouse, Healthy Choice and Wellness Centers, as well as the online entity of vitaminstore.com. Now, why this is important is because the IP portfolio, remember what HCMC has done? What they have done is they have divided themselves into 4 businesses, 4 subgroups, and they want to make sure that these subgroups are operated independently. So the IP is not going there. Yes, the Healthy Choice Management and Vitamin Stores and Healthy Choice Wellness Centers are going into the new company because they are relatively effort-based company. So if you put in more efforts, you do more operation, you make more money, and which is in the best interest of this newly formed company. Now, when it comes to HCMC Philip Morris lawsuit, it is best to keep under HCMC, because that's when the community came together. That's when 85,000, close to 85,000 people are looking into that, connected HCMC army and became an HCMC army at that time. On the top of that, the short squeeze added a ton of value as well. So think from that standpoint. So new company, it's not really a distraction. It's not really nothing else, but HCMC has ambition to get uplisted on one of the major stock exchange, NYSE, and that's what they're doing. New company will continue the path of growth with the vertical started by HCMC and explore the other growth opportunities that come forward with HCMC's Healthier Choice Management mission. They have a mission. They want to successfully provide the alternative ways to people to live better lifestyle or healthier lifestyle, which is their mission. And new company will also receive to be determined of HCMC's reserve capital, because they'll be getting some capital as well. They'll be having a fraction of stocks they'll be given to the HCMC shareholders as well, and HCMC will retain the entire patent suite and with all rights. So it goes also with the Philip Morris lawsuit, the patent infringement case against Philip Morris. Now, I'm not counting super on this Philip Morris lawsuit, because if it happens, win-win. I'll take it as a bonus. If it does not happen, HCMC is doing super good in terms of their volume, in terms of their profitability, in terms of the revenue volume, I wanted to say, which is currently awaiting the decision on the appeal process right now, whatever is going on with HCMC and Philip Morris and the QCup and the brand itself. HCMC will continue to develop the patent suite via their R&D or research and development, as well as they're continuing the path of enforcing the patent rights against the infringers, so on and so forth. Now, the last one is the shareholders. Now, this shareholders stock dividend, it's not going to cost nothing to HCMC. So it's free money to HCMC shareholder, and this will all be announced hopefully in Q4. We know that they will be getting this uplisting process up and running in Q4 2022. So this is the time that they're working on. We might hear something when they announce their financial earning, which is going to be probably this month, very soon, which is how HCMC is sharing this information with us. And whenever there will be CEO letter from Jeff Holman, we'll be able to also know this. Now, I'll keep you posted, but you want to also remember that on the record date. Now, if you are a shareholder, how you can get this new company stock on a record date to be determined and announced at later time. HCMC shareholder will receive the stock dividend in the form of common stock of new company. Now, what that means is they're going to put a valuation on this new company, and they will be announcing the dividend for, let's say, 1% dividend. So every $100 worth of HCMC someone owned, there is 1% dividend or 2%, let's say 10% dividend. Now, if you have 10% dividend on a $100 stock, it is $10. What HCMC is going to do is this $10 will be not given as $10. Rather, they'll be giving the common stock of this new company, which is a great way for them to build the shareholder community for this new company. Each shareholder stock dividend will be determined based on their percentage of ownership in HCMC on the record date. Now, what is record date? There is a closing date as to when, if you officially and legally own HCMC stock, you will be considered as the record date owner of HCMC stock. If you are the record date owner of HCMC stock, that means you'll be given the proportionate stocks of this new company that they're forming, subject to reserve share or may be received upon the conversion of the preferred stock held by the institutional investor ownership. Because remember, there are institutional owners, they want to invest more than $13.25 million in HCMC. So that's a growing confidence, growing trust in HCMC. You want to remember that. And which is why I'm super believer in HCMC still. Now, one more thing is there is a strong retail community. They had more than 400,000 shareholders at the time of Philip Morris lawsuit. I do not really have the latest numbers, but I still believe that given that they have 85,000 people are still watching on stock tweets, there is a pretty healthy shareholder base that HCMC still has. Now, given that they will be also having this new company owned by HCMC subject to certain conditions. Of course, they'll be having their own condition. The initial price for new company will be $10, which means that if you have $100 worth of HCMC stocks as an example, and if they give $10 this dividend that they're talking about, stock dividend, which means that you'll be given one stock of HCMC. Is that clear? If not, write down in the comment section below. Once again, if you have $1,000 worth of HCMC, at that time, you'll be given 10% dividend. So let's say if it's $100, and then you'll be given 10 stocks of this new company that HCMC is forming. In order to qualify to receive the stock dividend, HCMC shareholder dividend will be entitlement amount will be at the least $10. Now, if you have less than $10, there is a possibility that you may or may not get. It looks like you will not get this amount in stock dividend, as well as you won't get this new company stock as well. For each $10 dividend entitlement, the shareholders will receive one share of NewCo stock, as you already know. NewCo meaning new company stock. No fractions shares of the NewCo will be issued. As you already know that many big stocks, let's say if you want to buy a big stock of let's say Walmart, you can get a fractional stock, but those are not OTC stocks. Those stocks are traded on NYSE, NASDAQ, so on and so forth. So keep that with grain of salt. You won't get a rounded stock. You'll be just given the stock in just round figures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something along those lines. So you want to keep that in mind. Raising the capital is going to boost this company. I'm super hopeful. Now, once again, I wanted to talk about how HCMC is doing in terms of the record sales, and 6.1 million, 81% growth. Super amazing. The balance sheet is looking pretty good as well. I already talked in my previous video. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.